Hello? This is your captain speaking. There is absolutely no cause for alarm.
All right, quick score check on John Cleese, because the man loves his stats. Dead parrots sold? 1, and the pet store still won't honor the warranty. Silly walks clocked? 14 million, give or take the airport security shuffle. Episodes he flat out refuses to watch? Exactly 1. That lone tape lives in a fireproof box stamped open at your own diplomatic risk. And tonight, lucky us, we're popping the lid. No lab coats, just curiosity, a thrift shop fire extinguisher, and a doctor's note that reads, "Viewer may goose step involuntarily, stay hydrated." But hey, this isn't just about a grumpy comedy legend guarding a dusty VHS. We're talking cancel culture dust-ups, Caribbean comebacks, million-pound alimony tours, and a childhood spent tiptoeing around a mother who outlived most furniture. So grab your hard hat, it's about to rain moose heads. Safety briefing done. Still shorter than one of Cleese's strides. So how does a tall Cambridge law student end up Britain's most explosive jester and then tiptoe away from his own fireworks? Rewind time. Next stop, a lanky schoolboy learns comedy as survival. Weston-super-Mare, late 40s. John's 11 and already tall enough to rent out shade. His mom Muriel is basically a human weather system. Sunshine, showers, lightning by lunch. John finds a workaround. Crack a joke before the thunder hits. First gag? Copying Auntie Gwen's nasal laugh. Mom laughs, storm passes. Next Sunday, he does it again. With Auntie Gwen present. Yep, grounded. Lesson learned, timing's everything. Fast forward to Clifton College. John swaps hymnals for Lady Chatterley during chapel. Scandal achieved. Then Cambridge Footlights. He meets Chapman, Idol, Palin. Suddenly humor isn't just armor, it's rocket fuel. Only problem? Rocket fuel's volatile. That same perfectionism will torch Basil's Hotel later. Up next, Monty Python nukes polite telly. British TV is porridge. Monty Python drops ghost pepper in the bowl. Ministry of Silly Walks, Dead Parrot, Spanish Inquisition. Viewers choke on cornflakes. The BBC clutches pearls. Cleese basks in the chaos. Behind the curtain, writing sessions start with tea, end with Chapman yelling, "Where's the llama?" On Holy Grail, Cleese tears knee cartilage, but refuses morphine. Black Knight never quits. Life of Brian brings blasphemy debates. Cleese handles TV bishops like customer complaints, then steals their sandwiches off camera. By Python's season 3, he feels the walls closing in. Quit while we're still surprising them. Walks away politely, but films pull him back. The fame's huge, the insomnia worse, and the dread of a bad punchline sets Basil Fawlty simmering. Brace yourself, hotel incoming. Cleese and Connie Booth, then wife, creative partner, rent a damp Devon cottage. Their mission? Hammer out 8 perfect scripts. Fuel? Instant coffee thick enough to tarmac the M5. The real Torquay hotel owner, Donald Sinclair, is their model. He once threw Eric Idle's suitcase out a window. Drafts pile up. If Connie laughs within 2 beats, the joke survives. Otherwise, shred it. Shooting the Germans turns into 16-hour days. A kitchen fire gag goes rogue. Andrew Sachs's jacket actually ignites. Studio rings with authentic screaming and real extinguishers. Cleese logs 34,000 steps just goose-stepping for camera angles. Rap party ends at 4 a.m. He clinks warm Prosecco and mutters, "Genius or career end? We'll see." Broadcast night looms, and so does the avalanche. October 24th, 1975. Britain's kettles scream. 12 million viewers tune in. Reviews ping-pong. The Times applauds the satire. The Express calls it comic hooliganism. Cleese dodges interviews and flees to Barbados until the smoke clears. Decades roll by. 2020 arrives with hashtags and hot takes. Streamers yank, re-upload, slap disclaimers. TikTok teens remix Basil's Goose Step to EDM. Parliament debates if deleting episodes is erasing history. Cleese, head shaking, still won't press play on his old tape. The bruise stays sore. Meanwhile, the world keeps chasing the lanky lunatic. Dinosaurs, reboots, and cancel culture crossfire. 2023 Cleese launches The Dinosaur Hour. Think late-night chat, but in a medieval castle. Cheaper rent, if you promise to repel Saxons, he jokes. Critics eye roll, but Week 2 outrates Love Island. Episode 3, Dame Judi Dench swings a Nerf sword debating Shakespeare cuts. Same year, Hollywood greenlights a Caribbean-set Fawlty Towers revival. Working title, Basil's Beachfront Bedlam. Real daughter Camilla plays his estranged daughter on screen. Leaked pilot shows Basil falling into a mango puree fountain at an influencer wedding. Twitter combusts, half yes, half cash grab. Cleese shrugs. I've been canceled since 1969. Lovely view from here. Still, he's lawyering every joke. No one wants another 1975 minefield. Personal life, even messier. Love, loss, and the alimony marathon. Let's talk matrimony math. 4 marriages, 2 kids, 1 alimony payout big enough to bail out a small airline. Post-2009 divorce, he launches the Alimony Tour. Opening line, welcome to the show you basically bought, twice. Offstage, he's candid about depression, calls it the ministry of silly thoughts. Therapy's been his side hustle since '68. Now he also funds lemur conservation and lectures Stanford MBAs. Eat chocolate, nap, then steal ideas from sleeping rivals. At 85, he's plotting a Python hologram reunion at the Vegas Sphere, yet that dusty VHS still hums. The episode that bit back. Picture Basil Fawlty running at DEF CON 1, arms flapping, mustache twitching like it's got Wi-Fi. That's The Germans. The 1975 episode is supposed to mock post-war xenophobia. Instead, it fires custard across Britain's wallpaper. Basil goose-steps, cracks off a fire drill, the mounted moose head drops. Boom. Phones at the BBC? Melted. German papers? Split between brilliant satire and who let this man near a hotel. Cleese, fried from filming, hides in his dressing room with a sack of Twiglets, wondering if he just started World War III. Jump to 2020. A streaming giant yanks the episode, glues on a warning label longer than the Brexit agreement, then quietly slips it back. Cleese calls that patronizing drivel, but he still won't watch his own copy. That unopened VHS of The Germans isn't a quirky souvenir, it's a personal treaty on the weight of satire. Cleese knows every joke is tied to its era, and some grow heavier with time. If he watched now, he'd want to edit, tone down, rewrite, blunting the very edge that mattered then. Leaving it sealed means owning both its insight and its injury, preserving a map of 1975's comedic terrain, peaks, potholes, all of it. The tape also holds sweat, exhaustion, and the creative strain that nearly broke its makers. Tampering would rewrite those scars. By keeping silent, Cleese reminds us comedy's a blade. Context sharpens or dulls it, but time always tests the cut. His choice asks us to weigh our own words with the same care before swinging the next punchline. Comedy's black ice, exhilarating, risky. Cleese has skated it for 60 years, sometimes face-planting, sometimes gliding into legend. The fact a single sitcom half-hour can still jolt him and us shows its voltage. So, before the credits roll, Basil tosses you this dare. Which joke in your past would you lock away, and why? Answer quick, the moose head is starting to wobble.